Hey, welcome to another edition of Rant and Robin. This time we're going to talk about the history of Deadpool, your favorite merc with a mouth. First, starting off, I'm going to tell you what my credentials are. Here with me I have Wolverine Origins Deadpool. Deadpool versus the Marvel Universe. Deadpool kills the Marvel Universe. Deadpool the Joe Kelly Omnibus. Deadpool's Volume 1 and 2 of the Marvel Now saga. Deadpool was first created in 1991 by Fabian Nicieza and Rob Liefeld. He first appeared in New Mutants number 98, originally depicted as a villain, but has since evolved into an anti-hero. Liefeld was a major Teen Titans fan, and upon seeing his artwork, Nicieza commented that he looked a lot like Deathstroke, so his name was made to be Wade Wilson as a parody of Slade Wilson or Deathstroke. In his first appearance, Deadpool was hired to destroy Cable and the New Mutants, a small group of X-Men. He appeared in X-Force as a recurring character and subsequently made appearances in the Avengers, Daredevil, and Heroes for Hire. In 1993, Deadpool got his own miniseries entitled The Circle Chase, which was a relative success, written by Fabian Nicieza and penciled by Joe Madureira. In 1994, he got a second mini-series by Mark Waid and penciled by Ian Churchill and inked by Jason Timuhin, Miner, and Bud LaRosa. Waid did not like writing the series as he had trouble. He wrote, "Frankly, if I'd known Deadpool was such a creep when I agreed to write the mini-series, I wouldn't have done it. Someone who hasn't paid for their crimes presents a problem for me." In 1997, he got his third miniseries, written by Joe Kelly with Ed McGuinness as the artist. During Kelly's run of 33 issues, numerous artists would take over. This series established minor characters such as Blind Al, his prisoner-slash-mother figure, and Weasel, his closest friend. During this series, Deadpool was attracted to X-Men Siren and developed a small relationship with her. Through this series, Deadpool became less of a villain and more of a slapstick character with numerous pop culture references. During this series, we also got a rare look into Wade Wilson's past before the cancer ravaged his face and before Weapon X gave him his healing factor. Unfortunately, his face was always covered in shadow in the panels. He had a holographic disguise belt during this series, and used it very often, including for disguises such as a 1960s Peter Parker when he found himself back in time. Colonel Sanders of Kentucky Fried Chicken. And Ricardo Montalban dressed as Mr. Rourke from Fantasy Island. Christopher Priest took over after Kelly and found that Kelly's Deadpool was too complex and realized, quote, it was okay to make Deadpool look stupid. That series lasted until issue 69, when Gail Simone revamped it into Agent X in 2002. In 2004, Deadpool finally got another series with former enemy Cable, called Cable and Deadpool, which lasted for 50 issues before being ended with Cable's supposed death and Deadpool traveling back in time. Deadpool appeared in Wolverine Origins as a mercenary hired to kill Wolverine, and the two ended up fighting to a stalemate as they both had healing factors. Deadpool had a few other series, including one written by Daniel Way, in which he helped to defeat the Skrull Queen, and then Deadpool later decided to become a hero, which caused a few battles with current heroes like Spider-Man. In 2010, Deadpool starred in a series called Deadpool Corpse, featuring alternate versions of himself, including a female, a child version, and a dog version. Marvel Now was launched not long after, which brought Wade into a battle with zombified versions of the dead presidents, including a wrestling match with Abraham Lincoln and an energy ghost of Ben Franklin. Deadpool's friend Agent Preston of S.H.I.E.L.D. ended up dying when George Washington stabbed her, and her spirit was put into Deadpool's body so that they would share a body until she was taken out and put into a lifelike model decoy. Alright, now I want to talk to you about the Deadpool movie. First of all, let me say I'm not a fan. I can see the source material that they've chosen, and I'm glad they've chosen to go with some of Joe Kelly's run, including characters like Blind Al, and various characters like that. The violence? I can understand, because Deadpool tends to be a very violent character. But I have read numerous of his source material comics and have not found the R rating that everyone claims needs to be in his movie, as most of his words are usually symboled instead of actual words, and not shown the words that he is saying, and sex scenes are usually blocked where you cannot see them. It becomes obvious to me that the only source material for the movie is the Deadpool Max series. If you are going to make a movie, you need to not appeal to the darkest comics of the character, but instead go back to the most popular comics for this character, which, to be honest, appear to be the Marvel Now sagas, which do not have an R rating. In fact, in most cases, I would barely put them at a PG rating, as there is slight crude humor, but none of the sexual content or the extreme over-glorified violence that has come to characterize this movie. Therefore, I hate to say I will probably not see the movie in theaters.